Hi, I'm here with Associate Professor David Frazer, who researches the role of iron in health and disease. Welcome, David.
Hi.
Today we're going to chat about iron, the impacts of not having enough, and the flip side of having too much iron. How common is iron deficiency, and who's at risk?
Well, it's actually surprisingly common, and that's because so many people have an increased requirement for iron, especially people who are undergoing periods of rapid growth. So, for instance, pregnant women, young children, adolescents in particular, but also those who have an increased loss of iron, and that would be particularly young women because of menstruation.
What are the symptoms of iron deficiency?
Well, most people would associate iron deficiency with things like lack of energy, lethargy, dizziness when you stand up, but there are other associated factors that are less well recognised. Things like brittle nails, hair loss, and even potentially things like depression and anxiety.
Is it possible to have too much?
Yes, definitely. There are a couple of genetic disorders in particular that are quite common. Things like hereditary hemochromatosis and some of the hemolytic anemias such as beta thalassemia.
It's tricky. How do we get enough iron in our diet?
Well, the best way is to make sure you get enough iron-rich foods. But in certain situations, you may not be able to get enough from your diet, and in that case, supplements may be required.
How do you know if you have enough iron or too much iron?
Well, because the symptoms of both iron loading and iron deficiency can be quite similar in some cases, it's really important that we don't self-diagnose. And so make an appointment to see your GP is the best way of finding out what your iron levels are.
What's your best advice when it comes to iron?
My best advice would be that if you're either iron deficient or iron loaded, you don't have to live with it. We have good treatments, so go see your GP and get help.
Thanks, David, for the chat.
No worries.
And we hope this information helps you look into your own iron intake.